Hi, thank you for joining our meeting today. So, for the reason for our meeting today is to do sharing about our ID pitching. So, let me start first. My viewpoint is mental health. So, the situation is the pedophilia cases and issues contribute to mental health problem among the children. Many children are innocent and do not know if someone sexualized them until they reach maturity and they realize what just happened to them. This will make them have mental health issue like depression. For the complication, many people who having depression because of sexual abuse are mostly being pedophile when they are younger. This behavior will develop depression and anxiety and will traumatize them when they become a teenager. Some of them will hate opposite gender and make them difficult to talk and work with them. If this keep happening, the generation that being produced will have serious mental health problem. So for the resolution, we should protect and give help to the victim as soon as possible and give them protection for them. We can build a place for them to help them have hope and heal from the incident that happened to them. Parents also should protect their children from these people and teach them some self-defense knowledge to help them from being victim of pedophile. I pass to the next person, Hanis.
From social perspective, family dynamic changes such as rise in dual-income households of single-parents families. This will make children spend more time with teachers, coach, and caregivers. Children will get more attention from strangers rather than their families. This will be one of the factors that increase the pedophiles cases among children. Thus, it is important to establish external safeguards for children. Lack of the boundaries can be one of the complications of pedophile cases in either adults or the child violations, personal privacy, creating discomforts and distrust. For instance, an adult who overshares personal problem with a child can expose the child to inappropriate topics. Therefore, we should start to educate adults through workshop, parenting classes, and professional guidance to understand their right, express their needs, and recognize inappropriate behaviors. Adults need to build healthy relationships with children by demonstrating empathy, respect, and positive communications.
Thank you, Anis. So we see that nowadays children are dangerously exposed to all these pedophiles, and it is not surprising to take note that most pedophiles they have such easy access to kids when they started to get their make their own way into the child security department by signing up as an employee. When agencies don't have strict screening protocols when they choose their employees, is going to allow those pedophiles to get into the department, which gave them a wide range of access to the kids, so they can do abuse and a whole lot of horrendous acts to the children. This has been inclining the worries and concerns of people around. So foster care house or even any child security agency should be more aware with this. They should seriously take note on how they screen the employees, because nowadays people just let anyone enter the department without even looking deeply at their past working experiences. So by we enhancing the protocol, we can at least prevent the cases from happening. And forgot to add, we can also like do regular monitoring while working, because we need to identify if there's any suspicious behavior happening between the kids and the employees. So by doing this, we can regain the trust of the people that such child security agency can actually protect the children from all these predators. I think by doing this, we can make sure that the children will be kept on a safe radar, far away from those pedophilia, and we can ensure a better future for the children without getting traumatized by their workers. So that's all from me. I'll pass the next point to Shahmi. Thank you.
Thank you, Hafizi. So finally, we're going to move on to my perspective, my point of view, which are the technological aspect. The growth of technology nowadays give us human a lot of possibility. However, some people were using the technology at the wrong use, such as the pedophile using some features such as dark web, AI generator, end-to-end encryption method feature, and many more to get the victims and causes the increase of pedophile case. You guys know that in 2021, there was a case where a man was arrested for having lots of children's sexual images and video. He was using a young girl preacher and befriending a lot of boys online to get their trust. Once they were friends, he will send fake sexual images of the girl, of young girl, 15 years and below, and demand the boys to give him back theirs. Once the boy give them their video and images, he will then use those things to blackmail them into getting more victims, such as their younger sibling and more. To some extent, some victims need to sexually abuse their sibling that were below 4 years old. However, finally, the police have arrested this man, but due to no link to his crime, no action could be done. There's no link can be found is due to the safety measure he used, which are the end-to-end encryption feature. So we need to be extra careful with the technology nowadays, especially the children, the younger generation that were constantly using this. Why? Because kids nowadays seem to be too dependent to the internet and technology. So once they were too dependent and using the internet and technology too much, they were exposed to various kind of danger, such as scammers who are pretending to be their friends in order to get to fulfill their need, who might be a pedophilia. If nothing were done, they might be experiencing a sexual trauma. In some cases, might cause them to end their life due to the stress. Besides, if we didn't do anything, they might didn't know on where to put the boundary in their life. But with the constant growth of technology, we couldn't do much except monitor their activity. This can easily done by the parents and teachers such. For example, parents can monitor their children's activity by asking for their phone back at home and look at who they befriending online and activity they do as the social media they have. If there are any suspicious activity were found, the parents should be advising them on stop doing that and tell them why, so that they know that the things they are doing are wrong and are not exposed and will not be doing that and exposed to much more danger. Teachers can help by monitoring the topics and action they were doing with their friends at school, because some children are more close to their friend compared to their parents, so they are much likely to be more friendly and open with their friends. If they are talking or doing some inappropriate stuff, the teacher must be advising them to stop doing those, because some light action that if we're taking those things lightly, it might be worse and causing them to be victims to this sick-minded pedophilia. Other than that, us, the public, can help by taking extra care or concern of the children when they are in public. If they are meeting people that seems to be suspicious to us, we can be extra careful and monitor them from afar. With this, we can prevent the increase of pedophile case. With all this, I beg for everyone's concern of the young generation so that they have a better childhood and will not be experiencing this such trauma, which cause them to be depressed and having no lights towards on their future. So that's all for me. Thank you.